Yeah, hi. Greetings to all of you. Excuse me. Yeah, my greetings once again to my fellow viewers who are watching me. I'm John K. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you. How are you doing? Hope you do well. Hope you are taking good care of yourself because of the age we are in now. Since February and March, we are in a battle which Angela Merkel, according to her, said the worstest time ever since the Second World War, which a deadly disease is swallowing people across the globe, from country to country. But all we blame is the flight company, the company of air flights, or the airways, all the airways who are running towards where the disease came from, which is China, the second largest economy. It is not bad of flying to China. Normally, it's not bad of flying to China. But since they heard the disease occurred from China, many flights to Beijing, Shanghai, Hong Kong, they should have suspended all those flights and closed the border around till they hear the problem have been solved. But they didn't do that. They still continue Beijing, Frankfurt, Beijing, London, Beijing, Dubai, Beijing, Seoul, Beijing, Atlanta, Beijing, Washington, Beijing. That will bring the spreading of the disease. And today, across the globe, many are being affected. But today, I have a message to my fellow viewers. I'm John K. If today is your first time of watching my YouTube channel, brother and sister, you are welcome. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel so that whenever I have a message, you get it automatically. I just don't come out with a message. It is the touch of the Lord. It is not men of God only who are spoken, who the Lord speaks. The Lord speaks to everyone. He speaks to me also. Whenever it touches my heart, the message just comes automatically, and I would like to share with my fellow brothers. So today, the message I have to you, brothers, is the age of change. The age of change. Whether you like it or not, we are in the age of change. There are so many diseases that has been occurred that also brings small changes across the globe. But this one, I believe it will bring a greater change. This message will touch your hearts, I believe. And do not keep it alone. But brother, sister, share with other fellow brothers and sisters. We are now in the age of change. What do I mean by the age of change? Many pastors, many leaders, they have been prophesying concerning the last days. Concerning the last days. And we have heard about the last days story for a long time ago. When I was young, when I was converted from Muslim to be a Christian, I've heard these messages. And it always make me panic that Jesus Christ is even coming tomorrow. So I don't enjoy my life the way I want, because I think if I go like this, the Lord will be angry with me. It seems the way I'm living my life, it is uncomfortable. But I take it like that because that is religious belief. So Jesus Christ, as the followers, as we follow him as Christians, as Christians follow him, he said a message to the people concerning the last days. Concerning the last days. And before I proceed, I would like us to read the message. I don't want to read much in the Bible, but I want to base on this message in the book of Matthew chapter 24. It talks about the last days. Let us go to Matthew chapter 24. Matthew 24, verse 4. If you are there with me, we can read it together. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes. Famines like hunger time, pestilence, like a kind of suffering, a kind of, atrocities, earthquakes in diverse places. We have heard difficult earthquake in tsunami. We have heard earthquake in, what do you call it? Few years ago now, in Haiti. We have heard earthquake and difficult times in New Orleans, United States of America. We've had Australian fire issues that even occurs almost every year. Japan earthquakes occur every year. Indonesia earthquakes occur mostly every year. Philippine earthquakes also occurred. Africa sometimes also flood and some other explosion and many other things. Let's go ahead. Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. That's what the Bible says. This is the story of the Bible. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto nations, and then shall the end come. Verse 15. I want to end here. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand. Where is the holy place? Some people will say the holy place is Jerusalem. But don't forget, Mecca is also another holy place for other religious belief. Mecca. Maybe China have their also holy place. India have their holy place. Hong Kong have their holy place. Many religious beliefs have their holy places. But let's use Christianity. The holy place probably is Jerusalem. There's nothing more than Jerusalem. And today, we don't consider Jerusalem as the holy place. Jerusalem is not holy place. There have been conflict between Palestinian and Israel for so many years ago. We have been hearing this conflict for so many years. And because Palestinians believe Jerusalem is their forefathers' historical land, Israel also believe it's their forefathers' historical ground. They want to... Muslim people want Palestinians to take that land as their treasure. Israel want to take that land as... Till today, this conflict have never been end. So where is again is the holy place? If it is Rome, you can comment me and tell me your mind, my beloved. Okay, verse 7 say, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, this is New Testament, what Jesus Christ, or the story of the New Testament is telling us here. But we know, or we hear these stories also in the Old Testament. Like example, before the days of Moses, the Amalekites, the Jebusites, the Gigacites, the so other tribes, there have been war and war and war and war even before Moses was born. And war even has been continued before Jesus also born. And after Jesus born, war has been continued and continued and continued to today. It's not today we have been hearing war. My brothers and sisters, tell me, when is the end going to be? Nobody can clarify it. From he said, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. But one thing I'm seeing today, the time I'm attending church, the pastors I know, they were not so much greedy than today's pastor. If I compare that kind of time to today, greediness was not so much then. About 18, 20 years ago, there was no greediness from the pastors I know, the ones I know. But today, pastors have been hearing or have been seeing, my own opinion, they are so greedy. They are so greedy. And many will come in front of you telling you the Lord spoke to him and he wants miracle, to do miracles for people to believe him. But at the end of the day, now crash. my brother. Today we have been hearing pastors arrest people, have been arrested, soldiers arrest pastor, police arrested pastor, pastor sleep with people's wife, pastor do this, pastor do that, pastor do this, pastor do that. Are they deceiving us, or is what the Bible said? Are the pastor deceiving us, or what the Bible said in Matthew 24 verse 11? And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity, verse 12, shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. He said, because iniquity shall abound. What I believe also in the Old Testament, there was a lot of iniquity. But someone, as I'm saying, someone will say, God destroyed them during the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. God destroyed them during the days of Moses. That's how the world is, brothers and sisters. The world will continue to be like that. There must be good thing, there must be bad thing. Always, and it will exist forever. Let's just look short message in the book of Genesis chapter 3. Genesis chapter 3. Good thing and bad thing will abide forever. Genesis chapter 3. Brothers, are you there with me? Genesis 3 verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. This is not the point. I want to talk about verse 5. Verse 5. Verse 5. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. This is what I just want to talk about. Genesis 3:5. For God does know that the day ye eat of it thereof, your eyes shall be open, ye shall be like as gods, knowing good and evil. My brother and my sister, I want to tell you, good and evil will abide forever. No one can say evil thing comes from the devil and good thing comes from God. You can see it over here. See, the serpent, even if he lied to them, see, for God knows that the day you eat of it, both your eyes will be open, and both of you shall be like gods. They shall be like him, God, knowing good and evil. And when they eat it, truly their eyes were open. They knew good and evil, meaning they are also become like God. So God knows evil, God knows bad, according to the story. And it's the same God who created good and evil. But many Christians always put hand on God, say, nah, they create only good things. All bad things is from the devil. Bad things, good things is all from God. But if bad things come, we find a solution to it. But if it is good, then there's no solution again. If it's good, that means it's okay. But if it is worse, we find solution. Like this coronavirus, some pastors will be prophesying because Jesus Christ is coming. That is why these problems are happening. Anytime difficult times occur, pastors will be prophesying because of the coming of the Lord. Why are we deceiving ourselves? My beloved, why are we deceiving ourselves? Any difficult times, we need to fight and look for the solution. As I'm saying, any good thing comes from God. Likewise, bad thing comes from God. But the bad thing, what do we do for it? If we cannot live with that bad thing, we find solution to it and cure it. But when it is good, where is the solution again? If it's good, it's good. Example, an architect have built a mansion, and the mansion is 10-story building. They tested it with the metal, with everything on their computer. Everything was perfect, and he used the same image to build the house. And those people who control houses, they come check everything. Everything was perfect, meaning it's good. They can now go ahead to rent the house for people, for offices, and for people to come and stay in. Meaning it's good. But bad thing, we look for solution. So Christians who are listening to me, if something wrong, don't quickly rush into it, say because Jesus Christ is coming. Don't deceive yourself. Do you know when Jesus Christ is coming? And do you know at all whether Jesus Christ will come again? We have been hearing that story long time. Every day, small problem, people, some pastors, some men of God will start making people panic. It's not so. Anytime a bad times occurred, we look for solution to it. So this time of coronavirus, we cannot hear any pastor come out to say, Lord, God has spoken to him. This is how we are going to do it. This is how we are going to do it. But they are always tossing to and fro. Tossing to and fro. Only doctors are now fighting and fighting and fighting for this. And I believe doctors and scientists will soonest bring the solution. So long as solution come out as the medicament, it will be produced worldwide and everything will be cured. This is the hope of this world. Not to let people panic. Instead, solution matters. I want to end here. John K, if today is your first time once again watching my YouTube, you can subscribe to my channel. So the next time if I have a message, you get it automatically. I wish you all the best. Good day and goodbye. Bye.